Hello, I'm TU31 and welcome back to the video. Today we're talking about secret bases in Minecraft. The reason I figured I'd do this is because I know a lot of you do play Minecraft with friends and you play survival, and some part of the game is either taking each other's stuff or you're just in the same world as your friends, but you want to keep your stuff safe in case one of them wants to try and steal it or they want to try and prank you with it. And basically today I figured I'd show you 5 really cool locations for a secret base that might inspire you to make one so you can hide your stuff, so you can hide your respawn point, or 5 secret places just to build a cool house if you want to make it kind of out of the way and kind of hidden in a way that you don't usually get when you build it on, say, a mountain or on a plains biome or something like that. So yeah, 5 cool places to build a secret base. Hopefully this video does inspire you in some way. If it does, like the video and let me know because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me do like these kind of building based videos, even though it is more of an abstract idea than it is a building guide. It is just something to maybe inspire you and give you something to build. If you're like, yeah, I would like to have somewhere secret, then in that case, we'll start with the first one here because it's going to be a jungle tree. So jungle biomes are pretty rare to find on the, Minecraft these days, and if you do find one, then of course it's going to be one of those parts of the world where it's just kind of unruly the whole way through. Whereas, it's relatively easy to flatten a, plains biome and a desert and to kind of domesticate them, for lack of a better word. A jungle generally stays very unruly. It's very, very hard to see anything. And basically, as a result of this, it's a really cool place to go off and hide and try and make your secret base. And the cool thing about jungles is because the trees are generally quite close together. One, if you find 2 trees close together, it's really, really easy to make a secret base in there. As you can see, I just dug out a few blocks here, and boom, we've got a place for a chest. We've got a place for a bed just down there. Has to be on solid blocks, by the way. We've got a place for any manner of other stuff. If we want to have more chests, we can do that. If we want to have, basically anything we want, we can store it here. And the cool thing about storing it is in this tree is there are very few angles where you can see anything, and that's even if you're in the sky. If you look from down here, it's very, very unobvious that there's anything up there. And the reason for that is because trees, even though, tree leaves, I should say, even though they seem like they're transparent and people think they can see stuff through them, when it's multiple layers of tree leaves, you can't. So you can't see through these birch leaves because there's more than one layer of it. And basically, you can use this to your advantage with jungle trees and having a house which looks like it shouldn't exist. And even if you look from above, from a really far away tree, and you're like, aha, I think I see him over there, you can't see anything. And that's why this is so cool. That's the fact that you can have a nearby tree, like this one over here, for instance, which kind of got destroyed for some reason. But yeah, basically, you can have a nearby tree like this, and you can climb up that tree. And that way, if anyone's following you, you can look around, you can get a bird's eye view, and you'd be able to see anyone by their name tag and stuff like that. And then you can jump across to your tree, or hopefully we can from here. But okay, there we go. And then you can jump across to your tree, and from there you can go into your secret base, you can respawn, you can get your secret stuff. And again, once you jump out, you climb down, no one's going to be able to see you, no one's going to guess it's up there, and that's why it's a great first place for a base. So the second secret place for a base is a one you're going to love if you have an ocean biome or even just any deep body of water, because the thing about deep oceans is there's so much water, it's tricky to see stuff down there. Like even if the ocean monument, which is somewhere over there, you're going to have real problems finding. So just over here, you can see this ocean monument, you can only just about see it, even though it has the lanterns, which means if you have a covert base somewhere in the water, it's very, very tricky to see. Have you guys seen it as we've been flying around the ocean floor? You haven't seen it because it's just over here. So it's actually, I'm going to have problems finding my own base at this point. But yeah, it's really, really tricky to find these. The tip is if you have a night vision potion, which most people don't brew normally, you can actually look around the ocean floor and you can see where your stuff is. Boom, there's our place. So right now it looks incredibly obvious with the night vision potion, but if we drink the milk, I can show you what it looks like again. And even though we know it's there, we can barely see the glass through the water, and even then it's at an angle, and even then it seems to go in and out of view. So yeah, with that said, you want to have a big body of glass, you want to just have a door into there, and then you want to use some sponges, or if you don't have sponges yet, because you don't have an ocean monument, you can just use sand and drain the whole thing. You want to just drain the entirety of the inside, and then boom, just like that, you've got yourself an entirely inside place. It only took 6 sponges like that. You've got yourself an entirely inside place to place your, your beds, place your chest, and because no one's going to be looking down here, unless they're looking here specifically for your base, no one's going to expect it's down there, and it means that you can have a really cool underwater base. Again, I think this is a cool enough idea for a house as well, because, it's such a secretive place to do one. It's such a cool idea. Like, all you can see down here is just, water and sky in every direction, and it's a really, really nice view from the inside, and it's a really hidden view from the outside. A really cool combo, if you ask me, and that's why underwater is the second best place, or the second place for a base I'm going to recommend in this video. The next place is one that you might be able to spot in my vision right here. Again, if you're astute and you're looking around, you can probably see my third base, because it is the cloud up there that's not moving, and that does have a little bit of light attached. So I was trying to work out the perfect way to make a cloud base, because basically, again, like clouds are, most people have clouds turned on because it's the default option, and if people do have clouds turned on, then you're actually going to have real problems, getting into anything. And even if people did notice that cloud wasn't moving, they're like, wait a minute, that's on space. Getting up there is still such a challenge. What you have to do is you have to stack yourself up to somewhere sideways and then jump across to it, and that's a lot of effort to go to someone's base. If you put it in somewhere relatively obvious, or in somewhere, relatively really inobvious, like the corner of the world somewhere, where there's going to be clouds over it anyway, because when there's clouds over it, it's impossible to see, and if it's somewhere in the corner where someone would be like, oh yeah, that's a cloud, then you're going to have a real hard time for everyone to even spot the base. Then they find it, they have to stack themselves up from nowhere, and then it's really, really tricky. Basically, the core point of this base is that if you have a bed up here, the only way to get up and down here is you're going to have to die and respawn, which is the only reason you're going to want to, because up here is where your furnace is with your food in it. This is where your armor stand is with your brand new set of armor, so you can get some armor and fight people, and this is where you keep all your rare stuff. And again, it's a really cool way to do it. You can like use ender pearls and stuff to get up here easier, but if you have a secret cloud base, it's a really cool way to keep your stuff hidden while really kind of blending in the surroundings and being somewhere really, really like, I guess, in plain sight but hidden at the same time. And I think it's a really cool thing if you ask me. So yeah, that is the third base idea right here. I'll show you it when it's inside a cloud, when that thing I guess devours it in a second, because it is something I think is amazingly cool. But in the meantime, let's move on to the fourth place I'd recommend hiding a base, and that's deep underground. So this is just one way of doing it. This is actually an idea I saw from Grimm, because basically if you have a base which is covered in lava, then this is something on PC in particular, if they have a way of seeing through stone, they won't be able to see through your base because they'll just see a big pile of lava. On top of that, if they mine into it naturally because they're just down there, they're going to have problems finding it. And for the console version, where that's not so much of an issue, one thing I'd recommend is finding a tiny island. There's a lot of islands inside oceans that are this big, or if I go down to the bottom, you'll find loads of tiny islands that are like 3-4 blocks big. They're going to be really, really small. So if you look on the map, you can see there's a tiny one down there. It's a real far way away, but you get the point. There's going to be some form of islands. They're going to be really tiny, and most people don't go to these islands because it is just sand, or it is just dirt. I really don't need to go there. But if you do go to the island, then you can make yourself a little trapdoor entrance and then a ladder. And the cool thing about this is most people are going to climb down the ladder. They might not spot it ends, or they might just assume, oh, there's water down there, I can just fall off the ladder, it's fine. But you, as the clever owner of this base, will know that what you're going to need is a fire resistance potion, because through the water, you might be able to just about see it, is actually some lava. So yeah, now you drop down, you fall through the water, and then you're in lava. Most people are dying at this point. They might even see your base, but they'll be like, I'm dead. And when you see someone's burned in lava, you should be suspicious, and you should be like, so what happened there, Greg? I reckon you maybe taking on my base. Then you can hide your stuff and move it elsewhere if somehow they do find it. But the reality is, most people aren't going to jump in there. Most people can just be like, that's kind of weird, and not do anything. And most people especially aren't going to know they should bring fire resistance when jumping into water, which is why you can have a secret little base entrance like this. This is where you can store your potions, which you should keep some fire resistance in here. You can keep your bed where you'll respawn and all that sort of stuff. And it's a really cool way in and out of your base. So what is the way out of this thing? Because you can't climb out of this the same way you can jump off the cloud or jump out of the tree or all that stuff. What you're going to want to do is you want to have a big pool of lava which ends up somewhere, just innocuous, like inside a mine, where no one's going to expect that the lava pit actually leads into your base. Most people don't jump into every lava pit they see, and especially when you're in a mine and there's a big lava pit anywhere, no one's ever going to expect it, and it's a clever way out. So yeah, that's what I'd recommend as far as ways in and out of a secret underground base. If you cover a base in lava, it's really, really tricky to anyone find it, even by accident, and it's a pretty good place to hide if you're underground and you want to dig something down there anyway. So yeah, we go back to the cloud base now. You can see it's just about to be overtaken. Just while I'm here, I'll mention that if it's really easy to jump off this thing without dying, because it's so close to the shore, you can jump off the shore, basically land on land, and no one's going to see the water, and boom, just like that, we're on land, and we're attacking people ready to fight again. It's a pretty cool thing. But yeah, as you can see, while the base is in the cloud, I generally can't see it. Is it in there? Or is it in... Okay, I guess it's in that one. It's so invisible while it's in a cloud, and that's the cool thing. It can be made out of anything, but if it's made out of white, then it's almost invisible while it's not in a cloud, as well as being crazy well hidden in the cloud like this, unless you're up here anyway and you can see the armor stand. But realistically, that's not a very likely scenario. So yeah, with that said, and if that is something that you're worried about, you can just dig inside here and set your stuff up on the inside. So yeah, with that said, we'll move on to the fifth and final place that I recommend setting up a base, and this is something I really, really love, and it's something that's kind of tricky to do because it involves going into the Nether. So yeah, the idea behind this base is, unfortunately, you can't set a bed down there, but you do use the world's natural spawn point, which is here, because this is a Seed Sunday seed, by the way. I'd recommend checking it out because it's got 2 jungle temples, not a classic size world. But yeah, staying on point, yeah, you spawn at the natural spawn point, you're like, oh, I died, but I'm just going to go to the Nether, because there's a Nether portal right next to spawn. People might even see you following in there and be like, aha, so his base is in the Nether somewhere, and they'll search the Nether far and wide to find it. But most people, unless they watch my videos or they're really into Minecraft, aren't going to know exactly where to find this base, because you're going to want to go, have a secret entrance somewhere that will lead you to the top of the Nether. That way, even if someone finds this crazy secret entrance, they're just going to go up here and be like, So I found the secret base. Oh, it's just a follow out IBX Toycat sign. By the way, follow out IBX Toycat. But yeah, they're just going to find the sign and be like, oh, there's nothing there. Look, it's a ladder to nowhere. But you, in your infinite wisdom, know that an ender pearl, which you can have in a chest somewhere nearby, two ender pearls are used to actually get you onto this ladder, and then one's used to get you up from the ladder up to here. So yeah, this is the coolest place for a secret base. You can store your diamonds, store your diamond armor, store all that stuff you need to get back. Take it from the chest, get all the stuff, and it's a really cool thing right there. But also, on top of giving you your cool stuff and then going back to the overworld, you can also set up beacons up here. This is the one secret base where you can have a beacon without giving away your location, because when you have beacons atop the nether, they only have a tiny fraction of a beacon beam, and because no one can see up here anywhere, they're not going to be able to see it. So yeah, you can have speed, you can have regeneration, you can have all that stuff while you're in your secret base, and because 99% of people who play Minecraft aren't going to go up here anyway, especially not in your particular place, they're never going to find your base, and it's a pretty cool little thing. And cover it in lava if they are going to, and obsidian stuff, and just like that, you hop back into the overworld. People are like, aha, we found his base in the nether, we just have to go through this portal. Except if they go through the portal, they don't go anywhere nearby. It's a one-way portal out, and to get in, you have to have 2 ender pearls, and you have to know how to use the 2 ender pearls, and you have to find the secret entrance. All that stuff combines to make it so that your secret base is incredibly secret, and you don't even need to worry about your spawn point because you spawn at the natural spawn. So yeah, 5 places to hide a base, hide a house, hide anything like that in Minecraft. The first, or the fifth, is going to the nether, hiding on top of the nether, something I really, really love doing. The fourth is hiding it inside a cloud, or hiding it just as a cloud, because most people aren't going to spot that clouds aren't moving. Most people don't spend, ridiculous amount of attention on the sky. If you look right here, it kind of blends in to some extent. The further away the clouds get, the more it blends in. The closer the clouds get, the more it blends in as well, because they don't look quite suspiciously so different. But then also, the third one is to have a base that's underground, hidden with lava, and lots of traps to keep people away. The second one is having one that is inside a jungle tree, and the first one is there only for... Oh, I forgot it because I can't see it. And the final one here is going to be an underwater base, which again, you just can't see it. I've been there twice. I've been there to build it. I've been there to go there again. I've been there a third time just 5 minutes ago, and I still can't find this thing. This base is very, very tricky to find, and it's one I recommend if you just want to have some fun with a really cool secret base. Look, you can see perfectly the view above you, but they can't see you. It's a very, very strong position to be in, and it's something you might want in Minecraft. So hopefully you did all enjoy today's video about secret bases. Let me know what you thought with a like or a dislike, depending on your feelings, and let me know in the comments down below what you think and if you're going to make any of these. Share the video if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, teaching you all the cool things that I learn about Minecraft on a day-to-day basis. And if you do all enjoy that, then you can subscribe. You'll see these videos daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and goodbye.